Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, hot off the press here of Twitter, which I've been, I think, spending way too much. I'm trying to pull away from it again. I've gotten sucked into Twitter again recently. Damn, this app is addictive. But anyways, big news is that there was an explosion the other night, last night, I think, behind one of the granite stones that um, makes up the Georgia Guidstones, and so they had to take down the whole thing because it was a safety issue at that point. So they've taken down, it's been destroyed, the Georgia Guidstones, and no one knows. People at 4 a.m. People heard an explosion, and then people live in the area, but um, nobody knows who did it. Not yet, anyways. I guess they're still searching for whoever was behind it. So that was this was after the explosion. So you see how there's like granite to the left. So one of the stones was blown up at 4 a.m. and then they had to take down the rest because it was unstable. So I'm just wondering, why it was this. People are assuming that now, if you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, just real quick on Wikipedia, it says that the Georgia Guidestones. Um, It's a monument that was built, I believe, in 1980. Yeah, it's built a granite monument erected in 1980 in Elbert County, Georgia. Said a man using the pseudonym Robert Christian approached the granite finishing company on behalf of a small group of loyal Americans and commissioned the structure. Christian explained that the stones would function as a compass, a calendar, and a clock and should be capable of withstanding catastrophic events. It wasn't enough to withstand a explosion. That must have been a lot of explosives to blow up granite, right? So that was somebody who would have had to have had expert abilities and like military. I mean, you're talking military time. I mean, how many people know how to use explosives that can blow up granite? This isn't a couple of kids with firecrackers, right? This is like serious. Hi, JD. Hi, Chicky. Yeah. So, well, it's not going to be my take. It's going to be the cards. I don't know who did this. So, some people, like I said, the stones say. They said, maintaining under 500 million people and guide reproduction wisely, and unite humanity with a living new language. Living new language, huh? That kind of sounds like what Klaus Schwab was talking about. Everybody communicating with the biology and internet together. And so yeah, so I wanted to look at this and see. So some people think it was the good guys who took down the monument, in an attack against the New World Order, evil Satanists there. Or some people think it might be them that took it down. They think maybe the Satanists or the New World Order people took it down to erase evidence of what they've done. So people don't know who did it. There's no one's taking responsibility. No one's usually when there's a bombing, someone calls in and says, "Our group did that. Jane's Revenge did that." You know what I mean? And there's no taking of responsibility here with this explosion, which is interesting. So I'm gonna have to look at this. So I'm gonna look at this and who did this and why. And I'm asking if Bill Gates or Pfizer had something to do with it. So I think eugenicists. I think Bill Gates, right, is the first person I think of. So let's take a look. I've already shuffled the cards, so I'm going to split the deck. Who is behind this explosion and destroying the Georgia Guidestones? Let's see what we get here. Alright, so the person or people who did it, oh, 9 of wands reversed. Oh, somebody who's given up. Like that, I see this as, he's guiding these stones here, they're standing up, but this is somebody who's given up. I get a vibe of somebody saying, "That's it, take it down." It's not oh, and the sun reverse, very powerful group here, but a very positive group though. Working undercover, I can see this as secretively. So I'm getting that there's a giving up here group that did this, and one that this is definitely a message, a prominent message, and one of thinking that, give up here, you're not going to have any more success. Because the sun could be like success, right? Like you've done all that you can do. Time to end it. Time to end this mission, this particular satanic mission that they're on. What's the basis of it? Ten of Wands reverse. So again, getting the idea of giving up here. The work is done. The work is of giving up on this job. And doesn't he look like this guy looks like he's walking up to like a stone thing here. And I'm getting the idea of that. So I'm getting that whoever did this is saying, time to give it up. Time to end it. Time it's not there's no point continuing this. Everybody knows what we're up to. So I'm kind of getting the vibe that it might have been the globalist New World Order who did this. A surrender, yeah. Yeah, Chicky. Yeah. So what triggered it? Because things are backfiring against the FDA, the CDC, Pfizer. I mean, Pfizer just got served legal papers from what is it, Ecuador? They gave them 48 hours to prove that their vaccines are safe and effective. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. So what triggered this? What triggered this destruction? Ace of Pentacles reversed. Well, this kind of describes the destruction as like taking down this huge monument here. This could also be the hand of God here. Maybe it was an act of God here, and I'm kind of getting like I'm kind of getting a destructive hand from the other side, possibly. This was definitely all right. So God is behind this somehow. There's some definitely benevolent forces bigger than ourselves. You know, I think benefic forces to get rid of this thing. Yeah, I don't. They haven't said exactly. They said they heard an explosion, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's determined. Haven't seen pictures. I'm sure they're going to be analyzing it to figure it out. But there's some kind of destruction that happened before this that led to this being destroyed, like loss of something ending, something that they tried to do that ended, that didn't go, that they're moving on. What do they expect by taking down these? Let me see. What do they expect by taking this down? Yeah, they want to take their secrets with them. See, this is like they're taking it down so that no one can point to it again. No one can say, "See, they planned this all along." There's no evidence of it anymore. So now it'll be like a conspiracy theory. That's what a lot of people are saying. Like now, future generations will say, "Oh, those Georgia Guidestones, they're just conspiracy theory, right? They never existed." Because I'm getting the idea of not, and or you can look at this as not allowing the power. If there was some kind of satanic power from it, but it's not allowing it anymore, stopping it, saying enough's enough, no more, stopping of something here, not allowing this to continue. So okay, I know, right? They got hit by lightning. Maybe I'm not. I'm seeing something hit it. Sure, could have been a huge hailstone, maybe. That could be explosion. Yeah, something's over now. It's like, "This is over." What do they not want? What are they trying to avoid or not want? Again, the 7 of Wands reversed. Again, I get the idea of not wanting to, um, defend it, Again, Wand reverse, like, this is definitely a message of retreat and stopping. It's like maybe the message of stop is to the other globalists, like, "Stop what you're doing. We're ceasing our mission, ceasing this particular venture, whatever they're doing right now." The CERN is back. What is that now? I've heard people talking about that too. Isn't CERN, isn't that part of the globalist agenda too? Nuclear, oh, right, the nuclear power they brought back. Okay. Is that what you're referring to, right? They're saying nuclear power is now green. Yeah. Evil getting exposed. Yeah. Oh, the WHO said no more vax for children? They did? Oh. So this is having repercussions, I think. I think this really was a message to them. I really think it was. This was because these globalists, these Satanists, they communicate in the mainstream media and with these major events, and that's how they communicate with each other without showing any connections to each other, right? They do it by things like this. So then now all the Satanists around the world will see it and they'll know, without having to be contacted. Um, yeah. So what are they hoping for by knocking down these stones? Uh-huh, magician reversed. So of course, they don't want their magic. I mean, these stones were a piece of the magic, and there's something buried underneath it, I heard. 6 feet underneath is supposed to be some kind of, um, what do you call it? Time capsule or something. The CERN is colliding molecules. Theories they're opening portals or alternative timelines. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Is that supposed to be good or evil? Opening portals sounds kind of evil to me. Or is it providing nuclear power? Oh, funny how the universe works. It's very ball. Okay. I may have seen it and just not put it two and two together. So much going on. Black matter. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm seeing that they don't want to continue this particular phase of their magic spell or whatever they're doing with those stones. Yeah. So very evil. Great. So there's more evil coming from CERN, I guess. Wonderful. They're looking for a way off the planet. I don't doubt- They're looking for a portal to escape. They're gonna need one. Uh, Not good for them. I'll tell you what. So maybe that's what this is about. This may be about the CERN thing, opening up a portal here, hoping to get out. So yeah, they're hoping to avoid, being. There's something stopping here. They're stopping that because, of course, the magician is manifesting and creating this power, and this is like giving it up and destroying what you were working on, being destructive. So it was meant to be destructive. It was meant to be a PR message of destruction. Very controversial. Yeah. Yeah. So how did Bill Gates influence this? 'Cause, Bill Gates is definitely part of this cabal. Seven of Pentacles. So he's aware of it. He's watching it. But he was not a big player in this decision. He's just a worker or just a part of it, part of the club. So I see that he's like, he's aware it happened, and he looks a little bit, he's watching it, watching what happens next, I guess. So someone blew it up good, yeah. Yeah, now it's done, now they have to take the whole thing down. I guess the intention was to take the whole thing down, but it didn't happen, and they couldn't stick around. You blow up one and it makes a big boom. You have to go. It's very quiet out there, I imagine. It's out in the middle of a very quiet area, so it's not like an explosion like that's gonna be heard all over for miles. So they would have had to set, and that would have taken a massive explosion. So they must have had to set it and then run, get away quick. I mean, unless they used a drone or something, I don't know, but I don't think so. They probably had to set it up, I would imagine. Yeah, now it's dust. Yeah. It feels like something heavy got lifted, yeah. Right, well, we know it was inscribed on it, yeah, for sure, it's all over, everybody's seen that. Right, how about Pfizer? Pfizer seems pretty evil, there are people, oh, look at that wheel, Major Arcana. I think this has to do with everything going on with Pfizer. Looks like a major player in this whole Georgia Guidestones, the whole them and their colleagues there, Moderna and all the rest, Fauci. So I'm getting this has to do with the whole, um, getting the children, snake bitten and it not working. Nobody's taking those snake bites for their kids. People are pushing back. They're like, no, no. So I think they've realized that people aren't gonna. Part of it is they realize people aren't gonna take anymore, and they're, you know, yeah, I hope so too. So yeah, so I'm getting that this was definitely a retreat. It looks like to me with 9 of wands reversed, 10 of wands reversed, 7 of wands reversed. They don't want, because the stones were like they're showing off here. Like this upright would be like, he's standing in front of stones there up on the scaffolding. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, watch and see, we're gonna do it. But now they're like, okay, message over, mission accomplished. So I think that's what in my opinion, looks like what the whole, pandemic was about. Yeah. So what are they gonna do next? What are they gonna do next? Ooh, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Looks like, the money's not gonna be coming anymore. The lawsuits are coming, so it does look like money's being divided, and they're every man for himself. Because I say 10 of coins is like the cabal, the World Economic Forum and Bill Gates and all of them. So they're getting shook down for the money. They're all getting sued now, and they know it. So they're gonna be paying out. Pfizer's gonna be paying out. So they're gonna have to be paying off people, and ooh, long term. You know what I think about this when I see this card? Suffering isn't over yet, especially with the heart's issues. Yeah, right. Watch, Harry's gonna come out and say he knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, he'll have a dream that Princess Diana told him. Right, right. So I still see a lot of problems, for everyone. Uh, but it does look like I'm getting the feeling here that these guide stones were the plan for the pandemic, and now that it's over, they're saying, okay, we did the best we could. Because those Georgia Guidestones talked about keeping the population down, in other words, depopulation, and it also talked about birth control, right? Preventing people from being able to conceive, and that's what I've heard these snake bites do. They prevent you from being able to reproduce. So yeah. Well, it doesn't say anything about slaves on the Guidestones, as far as from what I read. Let's see, but it did mention like a world court, like a UN court, like they wanted to have new worlds, one world government. Did kind of insinuate that. So yeah, so it looks like they may have done it. It looks like I'm getting that Pfizer people are behind it. This is like Pfizer and their buddies there. Eugenics, yeah. So taking it down, they're so I get that they're taking away evidence here because they know that the game is up. The jig is up. They've reached the point of no return now. They know that they can't keep going forward. It's not working. Uh-huh. Healer of the ages, right? I got it reversed. Woman holding a coin. Mm. Well, they've definitely harmed people more than healed, that's for sure. And of course, that was their intent all along. So they're not, they're portraying themselves as the healers, right? I mean, that's how they came out with this whole thing. Here, we'll heal you. But we all know they're not. They're all out for the money, is all they're out for. Yeah. Yeah. Back to the drawing board, exactly. New plan. And I'm getting this woman here, woman with the coin. There's a prominent woman involved in this decision making. Maybe it's me gain. So I'm getting the idea of they're gonna get all the coins that they made from this, and they've already, the U.S. government already bought how many millions of dollars worth of monkeypox. I mean, they were really gonna try to push everybody to get monkeypox. Biden would have mandated it. I mean, well, I mean that they're really trying to push that. They actually bought all these monkeypox vaccines. I mean, they were ready to go gung ho to go get it, but nobody is playing along with that. Yeah, funding fear. Yeah, fear porn. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So it looks to me like this one looks like it wants to flip over. Journey. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're packing their bags and they're going to Mars or something. Journey, they're moving on. Moving on to the next plan. They're packing it up. You can see here she's got her suitcases. They're packing up their suitcases. They're just taking down the monument there. I can see that. And they're moving on to the next to crop up again with another plan. Oh my goodness. And I got this card. Yeah. They pushed as far as they could go. So they were waiting to see how far it would go before people pushed back. I think finally, community reversed, splitting up the community there. All the criminals working together. They're each man for himself. They're splitting up. They're moving this way and that. Like Bill Gates divorced his wife, so that way if he's found guilty, she gets to keep track of the money. But I think Bill Gates and his wife should be arrested. Personally, I think they're both involved with killing all those innocent people in Africa. Yeah, rats off a sinking ship. Exactly. That's what I'm getting here. Party's over. It was a good run. They did all the killing they could, but they got to move on now. That's all. This is it. I think this is the end. It was the signal. This was the signal that it's over. They gave as many people myocarditis and pericarditis as possible, and now it's time to pay the piper there. Now they're stopping. I mean, that's basically the top of it all. They're stopping. Okay, they're like, okay, everyone, stop what you're doing, stop, retreat. Gonna change plans. But they put a lot of things set in motion with food and everything else. Magic. hmm I embrace the transformation, courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I'm blessed. So they're transforming. They're moving on from the past. And this magic, those stones were magic. There was something magical. It was their satanic magic or whatever you want to call it, some spell or whatever. But I'm getting here that taking down those stones took down the magic. As long as those stones were upright, it had some magical significance that now that it's down, it's done for. It's like, okay, magic's gone. They no longer have the strength, the power of the whatever it was they were getting from it. Yeah. So that they're moving on to the next thing, and they're gonna be a lot of them are gonna be brought up on charges, I hope, sooner than later. I don't know why it's been so difficult. Coyote, again, the trickster. Yeah. Look out for the traps and tricks in life and learn from them. So they're like, learn from the tricks, learn from this one. And they're learning from there. They learn from this. I was thinking about that, how everything went down here. So they're monitoring everything and they're gonna analyze it and they're gonna step by step go throughout this whole pandemic and they're gonna figure out their mistakes so that next time they don't make the same mistakes, right? They're watching everything, right? So what do you say? Suicide weekend? Maybe the dragonflies bomb them. And I got ladybug, good luck. Mhm. So, bright energy. So it's time for let go and be happy. Feel good about being loving and colorful. Bless the world with color and good luck. So this is much better for the world, obviously. So this is a good omen for us that the tricksters, little Guidestones have been removed and they've moved on with their magic. They're going to do some other magic spell. They'll have to come up with something new. So now the world's a better place now with those Guidestones down for sure. That's what I'm getting there. So it is still good for us, but I'm thinking that they're the ones that actually did it, not the good guys. I think it was more the bad guys. But let me just double check one more, get a confirmation on that. Was it the good guys or the bad guys that took it down? I think it was the bad guys, though. I think that they're. Maybe I'll take out my yes no cards. I think it was the bad guys. Was it the good guys who took out the people against them? Was it the good guys that took out positive forces that took out helpful people? So there's a group of people behind this for sure, right? It wasn't just one person. It was a group behind doing this who want to help mankind, possibly as a helpful people. So I think it was the good people who did this. Oh, this just flipped over. Okay, whoops. So they're choosing a new direction, asking help from others. Don't stop. Don't stop. So they want to do more. There's more. Of course, there's a lot more to do naturally. And this was a new direction. What they did, like this attack. I don't think anyone expected this. I mean, nobody saw this coming, right? It's just completely out of the blue. Well, I think, like I said, those are granite stones. I mean, it just took a massive amount of explosion to just get one down. And I think they were expecting that one was going to go down and knock over the rest, but it didn't work out that way. So it looked like to me. Controllers are going to blame Jacinda Ardern and her ilk. They went too far. Uh huh. Yeah, they're going to be going back over this. So I think that there's going to be more to come. They're like, don't stop. They want to keep. So I expect more attacks here. More things happening. I think this is more to come here of setting things straight here. Like you said, look for a sign. Oh, look at that. See that? This is meant to be a sign, right? There's the lightning coming down. So this is a sign, and there's going to be more signs like this. They're becoming more assertive. The attack on them is becoming more assertive. Romance. So romantic entanglements like that Swalwell with his Chinese spy wife and things like that may come out, or maybe it's Harry and Meghan, something like that, some kind of romance. Ask your angel, and yes. So I asked if it was the good guys, so I finally got a yes, and I didn't get a no card. So I'm gonna go with a yes on that. I think it was the good guys. Yeah, and I think this was meant, but they wanted it to look, I think, like it was a sign, or it is a sign, you know. of other things going on. I think that this is not just it's for them to give it up, but it's also um, showing that there's a lot of people behind this. Like there's a lot more going on here, and a lot more that's going to happen. Yeah, because a lot of people had to coordinate for this. That was a massive amount of explosives there, and I think everybody is fed up with everything. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, this is a message. So I don't think it's so the bad guys won't stop, right? The greedy bad guys are going to continue. Mr. Global is going to continue killing and trying to force, things on children. So they're telling them to stop. This is a message to stop. This is like attacking their center there and their center of power there. They got power. Got some kind of magical power from this thing. Let me see here. Those guide stones for some reason were empowering to the bad guys. So, and I get the feeling that what triggered this is they took down something else. There's something else, like with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. I think that they took down something else before this that also may have taken away their power as well. Because the idea was to take away their magical power there, their evil power. What kind of power did the globalists get from the Georgia Guidestones? What kind of power was it? What kind of power were they getting there? Like, how is that working? Okay. I get adjacent possibilities. And I'm kind of getting doors. Now you were talking about CERN with the portals. Is that like open doors, portals to other things? So maybe it's necessary to have the guide stones with the portals, or it empowers them to use the portals or get more power, and without them they don't have it. Because the one thing I do know is that they have to warn you in advance. That's why they have their predictive programming. Because as long as they warn you in advance of what they're going to do, then the karma is on you if they do it because you knew about it ahead of time, right? So that's crystal clear. That, and of course, they would do that in movies and everything, but you can't expect everybody to see a movie. So I think they built those guide stones as a predictive programming thing, obviously, but it was in a way that everybody could see it or hear about it. I mean, it's on Wikipedia. I mean, everybody knew about these guide stones. So they were being very crystal clear about their agenda. And magically speaking, that's necessary. And that's why it was so important to their mission, because as long as that warning is there, they don't reap normally it's if you do something bad to someone, it comes back to you threefold, right? But if they warned you, they told you in the guide stones, then their thinking is they're not going to have to reap the karma of it. It's interesting. I get the karma card here. And that's what Pfizer's worried about. Pfizer's worried about reaping the karma as well. So I think Pfizer's starting to reap the karma. And that's part of the reason that they're doing this, and I think that they realize they're not gonna be saved from this karma attachment, right? The mask is off. You see she's wearing a mask. Yeah, everybody, the masks are off. Everybody knows who the bad guys are. It's not a secret. Everybody sees what's going on. Nobody's deceived anymore by their propaganda. And yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Turn on July 5th and then this, right? Right? The George Floyd funeral, the mural. Yeah, I remember that, the mural with the mural that was that could be it. Yeah, the mural, you're right. Maybe that's it. The mural's first and now this next. Yeah. It's like a sign that they destroy it. It's like a sign to them, signal. I mean, why were they putting up George Floyd murals everywhere? George Soros is such an a-hole. And they picked the name George Floyd because it has the same first name as George Soros, right? Because George Soros pays for all of BLM and Antifa. Let's see. So and George Soros is thinking, pick someone named George, that my name is everywhere on monuments. That's what he's thinking. Ugh. That's how what evil egomaniacs these people are. Yeah. They want they got too loose with the truth, yeah, so they got they accomplished quite a bit, you have to say. They have to, but I think they realize it's over now. It's over. Yeah, oh, see, look at this, I got temple path reversed, see? And here's this structure here, and this is like their Guidestone structure, and I got it reversed. So, yeah, it's over. The masks are off, everybody knows what they're doing, nobody's fooled by their act, right? And, they're escaping now. I see these doors, like, as escaping. They're all these are all the globalists have gone out their separate doors and run away, because, they're all gonna try to cover their tails, right? And then, like they were saying, what's gonna happen next is it's a matter of who knew what when, and if people are gonna be pointing fingers at each other, and so it's gonna be a whole, nightmare of lawsuits and, people, whistleblowers and everything else. Yeah. So yeah, so this is about the structure's over, the game is over here. Yeah. This particular venture of oh, look at that, I got storm warning. The storm is coming. Beginning of the storm. This is a storm warning. More to come. I get the feeling that there's more to come. There's gonna be more events coming here that are going to be very destructive. I mean, we're already seeing it happen, but it's happening. It's the storm. Isn't that a Q thing? They're like the storm is coming. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm not into the whole Q thing, but I just know that, things I see more things happening for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Chicky. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so that's what I've got here. This was a message. This was fire, 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 an explosion, magician reverse, taking down their magic here. Karma is coming for Pfizer for sure right now. Bill Gates is disappointed. He wanted to kill more people, but he got quite a few. And I hope this video isn't taken down. Oh my god, I gotta take you can't talk about current events without talking about snake bites, you know? But, yeah, this is definitely globalist vibe here, 10 of coins, all the yeah, yeah. So that is what I'm seeing here, saying it's over. They're gonna stop, it's over, no more working, dropping their projects now. They're gonna destroy the evidence. Now it's destroy the evidence time. And they're already cleaning out the databases with all the reports of injuries and things like that. So you gotta make sure to capture everything you can before they strip it all down because they're gonna try to hide things now. Watch. Yeah, you're welcome, Chicky. Yeah, didn't Q say something about symbols? Yeah, well, this is definitely a symbol for sure. Yeah, symbols will be their downfall. Exactly. Exactly. Lots of symbols. Well, all right. So that is what I have for you today. That was very interesting. The Georgia Guidestones are down. So we'll see what happens next. I think it was the good guys who did it. They're saying it's over. Your time is over. Your power is done. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a good day or a good evening. Bye bye.